Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a little sketch I did during the night. So I wanna like line it and do some clean up stuff here. um, yes, in the back you're gonna have some wires, but I'm gonna add them a bit later on. What I really don't like here is these spikes. It doesn't look nice to me. You know, even if I didn't had a time during the day to draw, I just try my best to do like 15 or well at least 5 minutes before I go into the bed. Do some quick sketches, really like basic ones, like not super detailed and stuff like that, just to make sure I did the job. And the reason why is because consistency is the key. It's a main key if you want to like progress in what you're doing. It's really super important. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna just freehand these spikes, or I don't know. It's a sketch built on the panel from the Blame manga. Maybe something like this. They just need to like follow a bit a shape of this, whatever it is. I just finished first volume of the Blum. It's like um, this book, and I finished it like the first this volume. That's really cool manga. If you like into the dystopian futuristic world, I highly recommend you to check. It's super cool. You can find it on the web. If you don't want to buy a physical book, or you don't have a chance to buy a physical book, you can just check it out on the yeah. Sorry, I feel myself like not really able to talk when I'm drawing, but I'll do my best like to do some commentary while I'm do some stuff here. Okay, well, now it's better. I like it. Okay, I usually start from the face. It's like the main thing here in this particular drawing, so I'm gonna start from here. And he has some sort of some school mask, so I really like drew a lot of the skulls already, so not a big deal for me to draw another one. His bottom part is more like a bit complicated. There is a like I don't know, there is a, like some wires there and some metal parts. So I mentioned this character. I actually have no idea who is this because he wasn't in the first volume. The other reason why I love this manga is because actually it gives me a lot of inspiration. I'm really into the cyberpunk setting and stuff like that. Um, I also watched two animes. I will highly recommend you to check if you are into this kind of stuff. The one called Technolize, and I believe the second one calls Ergo Proxy. Both of them are super nice, and if you are into stuff like that, I highly recommend you to check those, especially Ergo Proxy. I think Ergo Proxy is much easier to understand and get going because Technolize is I would say it's a specific anime. It's not everyone cup of tea. Okay, what is this? Is it 02? Yeah, it's 02. I forgot that I'm wanted to, like, I planned to add details with the smaller fine liner, but anyway I already started with this one, so never mind. Just gonna use that one a bit later, that's all. Not a problem at all. Yeah, I love this stuff. I really like to draw this type of the character. I don't know, it just gives me so much joy to draw them. I'm gonna add a bit more details here with the smaller fine liner. Okay. So here it's gonna be a long stuff here. Okay, I'm keeping this because he had some sort of like I don't know, like these parts. Everything around is black. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that because I need to erase the pencil anyway before I move on. Okay, some teeth here. I remember there was a teeth here. Yeah. Okay, let's back to our drawing. So basically I'm planning to do some most of the important lines here, and then erase the pencil and cover everything is totally black. Okay. If you are drawing in the sketchbook, I highly recommend not to stress out if you don't make everything perfect as you plan, because it doesn't always work like that, especially then you are doing like your first drawing. I mean, like, for example, you do like in one seat you make like a few drawings, so sometimes first one doesn't come um, as the way you expect it, you know. Just marking spots which are not going to be covered with black, so I not gonna mess up, you know, because it happened so many times to me. Then I was um, like then I was okay, sorry. It's happened so many times to me. Then I was covering with the black spots that I actually needed to left uncovered. I think I already slightly tweaked the original design, but I just drew it for myself. Mm, this type of I would say like practice drawings is really cool. Like sometimes you can bring up some super nice ideas, so it's always nice to get some inspiration somewhere and draw what you like, what you feel like. I mean, like coloring, I'm gonna use brush and maybe a bit of fine liner too, with in the spots where I can't like really get in small details. Okay. I really need to start drawing in a bigger sketchbook. I always ending up like making everything in like getting into the second page. like here, but actually I planned here to make a double page. Here's is fine, here's the two, here's as well. Okay, yeah, some you see some of the pages like I was like, oh, here's a really good example. Oh, I already have some more idea how to make this character looks even better, but that's gonna be a bit later on. Okay, for his back spikes, I'm gonna cover them fully because it's a most dark spot of this drawing and it's need to be like fully covered. We just leaving a shape visible, but everything is mostly covered because I believe the light comes from here or maybe from here. If it's gonna come from here, you'll see like a little white spots on the spikes, but I think the most white comes here from the right, a bit up, right, like. I'm leaving this because I don't wanna mess up with the brush pen, so I'm gonna use a fine liner for little spots. Okay. Yeah. I just forgot where the what I was actually covering here. Sometimes it's really nice to lost in the process, but it doesn't really always good because you can end up like, okay, I didn't plan to cover this or that, and yeah. Okay, just like that. Mhm. Okay, it's so easy to fuck up between teeth, so I'm gonna leave this. Sorry, I'm not really talkative today. I'm just like trying myself to get in the process as much as possible, but um, also the reason I just don't really know what to talk about. If you're like watching my video, I would like to know, maybe you have some question, or you would like to see me drawing something specific. Let me know in the comments, and we can think about this, or even make it happen, you know. I also get inspiration like from video games, but I'm not really playing lately much of them. One of my all-time favorite games is Diablo 2, and it's absolutely fantastic game in the matter of how made it well, because you know, is what can I say if people still playing it after 20 years? That means it's amazing game, right? And I just love this type of games, like Diablo type games. I believe it calls RPG, means action RPG or hack and slash RPG games. The most famous games in this genre is Path of Exile, Diablo, but I don't really like the last one, the 4, because I don't know, it doesn't click with me, you know. The second one, it was so nice in everything, like oh, music there, just one of those things that just sold me this game, you know. I remember then I was put on a, I forgot how it calls, like a really little it was before a CD. It was like flash drive. No, it wasn't a flash drive. um was like little plastic CDs, like I don't know, they are actually around this size, and was on the board only like 5 MB of memory. It's crazy how it changed in years. And I remember I had my save files of my characters, and I was going into the gaming club and playing with the friends, just loading my characters, and we was like running in the lawn. Yeah, I'm that old. Maybe. So the reason why I mention it, Diablo, is because there is a really cool mod called Project Diablo 2, and it seems like it feels like not a mod, but if Blizzard will continue supporting the game, you know, because it's have a lot of improvements, like almost every character and skill is playable. So it's not like in the original Diablo. If people who listen right now might remember, for example, starting as barbarian was a pain in the ass. and the only option was going Warcry Barb, but it's not like in Project Diablo. You can just, for example, one of the strongest starters is Double Swing, and I really like this, fast pacing melee style. So I decided to jump in the Project Diablo new season, and it's, if you like, you can just check it out. It's just so awesome. They already did like few improvements. I wasn't like playing for a few leagues, for a few seasons, and they already added so much there. Big shout out to Senpai something who actually working on this in the whole developers team, because what they do is absolutely fantastic. Also, if you like to play this mod, I need to warn you, you need to own a legitimate copy of the Diablo. You need to have a CDK. I bought it from the Blizzard website a long time ago. Okay, just like this. I started a class that I didn't play it in. Like, I never played this class. I started as Amazon. I never played her. And I actually pretty much enjoyed. I finished first act. Okay. It really looks cool now with all this black stuff here. I'm gonna add more details here, so it's gonna look, um, have like more depth. Yeah, I believe this one is somehow pretty thin, or I just need to forget about this because I already starting to like make everything perfect, and perfectionism is not always good, especially when you do just a sketch. I believe this one is going a bit more just a sketch. What I also make, I have like one way, then I make this type of drawing, scan it, or make good photo of this, put it on my tablet or laptop, and redraw it digitally, or add more details in digital and make it bigger quality. So after that I can make some prints of that, or maybe make it like some sort of cover art or something. Okay, so these two bottom might have a light on the up spot here. And this one too, a bit. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. It looks cool. I like it. And if I like it, that's the most important thing. Because sometimes people like it what I don't really like at all. And sometimes what I expect people gonna like hype off, I don't really get anything about this. That's because everyone have their own vision, and it's absolutely normal. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit smaller fine liner and add more details. I'm gonna leave it like that. I like it. It's like some make it feeling all the light coming from there. You see how hugely made it different here if you add like a bit of details. Always try to make your drawings more interesting. The easiest way to make your character, for example, pop up is to just simply add in bottom shadow below. I'm gonna show you quickly. I did on the Hollow Knight inspired drawings. You see, just adding a simple shadow here makes a lot of sense. Like it makes it adding some sort of weight for the character. It makes it not like floating in the sky, you know, because it's just staying on the ground. And now it makes more sense. And there is also a little trick like this. If you put a shadow a bit lower than the character, it makes a feeling that is levitating or floating, which is also really cool. So simple shadow is below the character is super important. If you study a bit of how build shapes, after some time you will understand where is might be like a dark spots, where is need to be light, and it also adds a lot of the shadow. Not shadow, I mean it makes it makes drawing for people to understand more of the shape. Like it's not plain, you know. Sorry, today I'm just so bad at explaining. I don't know why. I slept well, I feel myself fine, but I don't know, it may be just some day like that. And then I can't like talk much. Just a general idea where is dark. I'm not trying to perfect it. The reason why I mentioned perfectionism before, and it's not always good, it's because, you know, I felt it like that. Then I was trying to perfection all the drawings I made. I was progressing pretty slowly. The reason why, because I was obviously producing less work. Because I was stuck on one drawing and tried to make it super perfect. And it's not always working like that. So, for example, you did some sketch that you don't really like, just not try to, if you don't know how, not try to fix it, because you're gonna sit there and stress out. Just go to the next page and do another drawing, and then another drawing, and then another drawing, and then you will see a difference, believe me. Or maybe you will make like 20 drawings, and not each of them you're gonna enjoy. And this is a key, because then you fail, you learn, and if you learn, you progress. And if it's hard, that means you are moving, you know. Because if it's easy and you just like not struggle at all, I mean, always struggling is not good as well. So if you not struggle, you're not like progressing at all. Then it comes to drawing, believe me. Okay, I think it's kind of look cool, but considering how this looks, I think I wanna add more shadow on the skull part, but not with the fine liner. Maybe maybe pencil or a ballpoint pen. Like shadowing with ballpoint pen is pretty cool, you know. I'll show you how I do it. I do it like this. Some sort of I don't know what wrong with this pen. Let me try another one. Maybe this one gonna feel a bit better. Yeah. I believe the one I used before, the gray one, is just almost like ended up. So sometimes I like to add like this, I don't know how to call, like little lines, abstract lines. And why is because then image is pretty plain. It adds some sort of like feeling of more like it's not comes from this from the store, you know. It just have some story behind. Okay, I think that's enough here, really. Because if I'm gonna add more, I can end up making it totally black. So background. Oh, I know. And what I know? I know that it's gonna be some sort of the shadow here, you know. Like this. Yeah. Something like this. And then I can just make a background, and this thing is gonna pop up because I'm gonna be uncovered. Or maybe I'll use a pencil to cover here, I don't know. And this I'm gonna use like an ending point of the drawing. Like this is gonna be the ending of this panel. Yes. Okay, so now doesn't make any sense here, because now we have a ending point not here but here, so it's gonna be like some sort of wires here coming from this hanging wires, you know. I honestly don't know. I love it to freehand and just mark where is need to be. Okay. Probably I'm gonna think a bit of how to draw this and move maybe to the next sketch. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this drawing, and sorry I wasn't really talkative today, but I promise I'll be next time. Thank you for watching, and if you like what I do, please consider a like and subscribe, and I wish you best.